After cutting my handicap from 34 to 9 in a year, I'll be honest, I've shied away from setting myself another big goal for my golf because that year, that challenge was so hard. But I know now that challenge, it gave me a sense of purpose behind my practice and my play. It inspired me to take action that I might otherwise never have taken, but also to keep going, to stay motivated in those moments or months of doubt. And that's what I feel like I've been missing from my golf, a challenge, a curiosity, something that really gives that purpose to my practice and my play. And that's why I'm embarking on an experiment to see if I can build myself into a scratch golfer in the search for scratch. This is going to be hard. I know this is going to be so hard, and I am so far from a scratch golfer. But I'm curious to see if this might be possible, especially if I take the same approach that I used to go from 34 to 9. So looking at the data when I play, looking for that low-hanging fruit, where am I leaking shots on the course, and how can I work on fixing those leaks in my practice to iterate my way there. But not only am I going to look for where am I leaking shots on the course and how can I improve, but I'm also going to look for where are my stats compared to that of a scratch golfer, and how can I build myself into a scratch golfer by looking at each area of my game and hopefully improving those stats to overall build myself into that scratch player. For example, if we look at my putting, I'm currently averaging 33 putts per round on a good round. A bad round is more towards 36, 37. But if we look at the stats of the LPGA, which I know is a little bit of a stretch, but just for a benchmark to work towards, the best putter on the LPGA is averaging for 2024, 28 putts per round. The worst putter, which we know is still going to be amazingly good, is averaging 32 putts per round. So that's my benchmark. That's my goal for my putting, is to get my putting average down from 33 on a good one, a little bit higher on a not so good one. I want to get that down to 32. And that's where I'm going to start, tracking those stats to see where I am, what I need to work on in my putting to get that average down to 32, and start to see what that then does to my scores and work my way back. So going from putting to then aiming for greens in reg, but also looking at short game to see how can I build my short game into that of a scratch golfer's. So rather than coming at this from a big challenge like I did last time, where I gave myself a deadline and it had quite a lot of pressure to it because as the time went on, I felt more and more pressure to shoot good scores, I'm going to do it a bit differently this time. And I'm going to build my way there, working back from what a scratch golfer would look like, what my stats need to look like to build myself into a scratch golfer, but without such a strict deadline and more with a sense of curiosity, to see that if we can work from putting to short game, greens and reg, all the way back, can I build myself into a scratch golfer? And as I say, I know this is going to be hard. This is possibly going to be harder than going from 34 to 9. But where's the fun in easy anyway? I do love a challenge, and so I feel excited to give this a go, to experiment our way there. And so if you've got a goal for your golf, if you want to join me on the search for your scratch, whatever your goal might be, whether that's breaking 90, 85, 80, or cutting your handicap, I would love to hear in the comments below, and I'll see you there.